Welcome to Made for More podcast, where faith and personal growth converge. I'm Julia, and I'm honored to guide you on a journey of empowerment and transformation alongside our occasional co-host, Omar. We are passionate believers and advocates for unlocking your God-given full potential. Join us as we explore the intersection of faith, life, business, and relationships, igniting a fire within to embrace the truth that your life is destined for greatness. Together, we'll uncover strategies, insights, and stories that inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Get ready to embark on a fulfilling quest towards personal and professional fulfillment, guided by faith and the unwavering belief that you, my friend, are made for more. Well, hello, friends. All right, so we're gonna hop right into it. I love that I just do skincare now because it's so easy for me to hop on without makeup on and come and see you and just be like, hey, how are ya? I'm about to get into the pool, so it doesn't really make sense for me to do makeup. So I'm here to drop some tips for people that struggle with finding a system, finding a way. I know I have a lot of educators, a lot of teacher friends. If you're a teacher, drop an apple below. You're going back to school. You're like, oh my gosh, I have a business. How am I going to do my business with literally everything that we had in education? For a lot of those systems are now outdated, right? Like we have to problem solve and redo. So it's a lot, right? So I have a lot of teachers on my team. And so again, this video will be shared with them to kind of help them figure out ways to put their business on autopilot. It is no secret that scheduling posts is super easy for business. So that is really one of the main reasons why I have a group. And I have more tips to come. And you guys, I have one that I don't think a lot of people have done. And it literally came about while I was planning this live. So scheduling posts in my glam room group has been a lifesaver. I can have those posts already typed out, formulated, planned. It hits my group, and then when people comment, I can go back in that live moment and comment and interact. But it's just so much easier to have your group running. But you have to schedule the posts, right? You have to make that plan. We're gonna get into that here soon too. The next tip is plan out your days. Plan out your post. I literally will have my photo album filled with, oh, I'm going to use that graphic. Ooh, I love that motivational quote. Ooh, I love that before and after. Ooh, I just took a good picture of myself today. Like I have those things that I have in my photo album. And I've now evolved to having a photo album that says like future post. And so that photo album, I put them in there. And as I use those pictures, I delete them out of that photo album. So literally planning out your posts, scheduling your posts will help your business be on autopilot. So I'm about to get into the next tip here in a second. When you have these things going on, it just makes it super easy to work your business when you're tired, when you're exhausted. So the third tip is find a day that could be your prep day. So Sundays are my prep days. Well, now that we're not, going into church, we're listening to it online. A lot of times I start my day listening online, and then I might be doing some other cleaning things or putting stuff up. But then after that, I'm listening to some podcasts and I am planning things out. I am planning my clothes out for the week. I'm planning my post out, literally what to post. I'm scheduling my posts in my group. So I do probably 10 to 12 scheduled posts for the week in my glam room. I go ahead and put all those out on Sunday while I'm not at work, while I'm not working. And then in the mornings every day during the weekday, in the evenings, those posts are just getting populated through. And it really helps my business feel like it's on autopilot. All right, so now let's talk about, also, if you have a prep day, you need to have a productive day. So Saturday, not the whole day, because I like to have like I said, I'm about to go to the pool. So Saturday mornings are my productive day. That is when I'm like, I might listen to podcasts if it doesn't get in the way of me being productive, but that's when I'm doing like a long power hour, maybe even 2 power hours in the morning. I'm checking in with customers. I'm doing my follow-ups. I'm dropping cool like challenges and tasks and ideas to my team. It is like a work day for the first few hours of my Saturday. So you need to have whatever your schedule is, whatever works for you. If maybe on Tuesday, you know, you don't have kids stuff, you don't have your fun show to watch or whatever, and that's your day where you can get, it could be like your productive day in the evening, go for it. I just know that I'm best when I have that Saturday morning time to have it as my productive day. All right, so the next tip that I have, which is pretty cool. So I mentioned before planning out your posts. So I don't know about you, but it's kind of hard to plan out your posts and have everything like, you can use your notes, you can have your pictures, but how cool is this idea? Are y'all ready for it? Creating a group for just you and maybe your upline. So maybe it's just you and your upline or you and your friend, and it's just the two of you guys in there, and your group is literally called prep post or like whatever you want to call your group, whatever name you want to make it. But it will be like, what I'm going to do is have like my weeks plan out in a post, but that will be what I can literally copy and paste to my wall. So it just helps that's like easy, doesn't take long. So in that group, I will have, you know, whatever my words are for the day with that post, right? Post it in the group. No one's going to see it. It's a private group with just you and your upline. Okay. And then on that morning before I go to work, I can literally copy, paste, and put it on my wall. Right? Isn't this awesome? Or in the evening when I'm tired, what do I have? Like, can't think of anything. It's going to be so simple to be able to copy, paste, and put it on my wall in the evening. Why I say have your upline is because your upline, if they're in there, they can give you feedback. So that is like a built-in way to coach. I'm like mind blown. Like, please drop me the mind blown emoji, because how cool. And it might be kind of time consuming if you have a big team. So maybe if you have a large team, I would only suggest you offer this to your frontline and only be in your frontline groups. And honestly, I only say have your upline because I think to have a group, you have to have at least one person in the group. If you could do it by yourself, then do it by yourself. But I think it'd be cool if your upline can provide you that feedback. Not on every single post, not all the time, but they see it. They could be like, oh, I like that post. Like, I might edit and change it. Or have you thought about not saying these words? And have you thought about changing it to this? Have you thought about using your own personal pictures? I've seen you post a lot of other people's. So I think this is going to be a really cool thing that I'm going to be sharing with my team to help us all have a way to autopilot our business, to have a space where you can truly plan out your posts and have it to where you can copy and paste. All right. Also, the next tip I have is who can help you? Who can help you have your business be on autopilot? Who can help you with your team? If you have a large team and you have a couple of leaders, what can you ask them to do to help you? So like for me, some of my leaders have different days where they're help lead the chat. I think that is very cool too, to have them step up into their leadership and say like, this is my day, I'm leading the chat. So I know on a Monday it's taken care of because Monday Macy's doing the chat. I know on Friday, Trisha's got it, whatever. So see who can help you, whether it's in a group format, a chat format, maybe certain things that your teams like to do. Maybe it's not even a certain day. Maybe it's certain people are going to help with certain tasks. So like you have a girl that's going to be your give me 5 girl. She's the girl that's going to, and if you're not in this business, maybe just think of your daily method of operation, basically. So you have somebody that's going to remind your team who every day, that's their job. Every day they come in the chat and they say, hey, who drop a whatever below once you've done your daily method of operation, once you've done your give me 5, once you've done your trifecta. You also can have somebody like I have a team website. So we have like our team website master. So she's going to be the person that reminds us of the resources that are on our website. You guys, isn't this amazing? So it's not all me having to figure out all these things. I have somebody that's going to be able to help me help these things stay in autopilot, if that makes sense. All right. Next thing. I'm dropping a lot of tips, and this might be one of those videos that like no one really watches because it's in the middle of a day on a Saturday and somebody's going to click along on it and they're going to be like, I need to do some of this, right? So don't just watch this and not do any of it. I hope at least one of these tasks can be helpful for you. And the next one is save and reuse things. So what helps me keep my business on autopilot is I have videos. I've mentioned this before, like a welcome video to the tribe. I have like a thank you for ordering for the first time video explaining things. So it's easy for me to reshare and reuse. So that makes my business on autopilot. I have the skincare routine that I can just share and pop in my stories again, pop it to a customer if I need to. And then I think it's best if you reuse these. So I'm going to give you another example. Right now I have a launch like August. If you just joined, you're kind of like in training group chat. So I have a system like the 20-day things that we're going to go over, right? So now that I have that listed out, next month in September, you guys, all I have to do is close this chat down and really forward what I'm saying and doing with these girls. Obviously change a few things because I mentioned names and stuff, but the gist is going to be there. So it's going to say, hey guys, if you're ready to graduate, go ahead and move on to the real team chat. If you're not ready yet, join the September launch chat. And it's going to be a lot of duplication. It's going to be a lot of saving and reusing to help my business be on autopilot. The last tip, especially for those that are having to, you were working obviously in March and April and May if you're a teacher or in education. But it was different being at home. So it's different being home for 6 months and going back to work and adjusting to that, right? So if you're one of those people, or maybe you're just trying to adjust in general, or maybe you're just trying to find ways to have your business on autopilot because you want to have more time freedom, these tips are helpful for all of you, okay? But the last thing I have to say is it doesn't just come on autopilot because you just want it to be on autopilot. You have to put in the work, okay? So this doesn't mean like autopilot, like, woo! You have to have that prep day. You have to have that productive day. And if you can get down to just those 2 days, having a prep day and having a productive day, and on that prep day you plan out the whole week, then you can have a business on autopilot. And I will say this, even if you have things planned out, even if you have your scheduled post, even if you have all of your videos saved that you're going to reuse, you still have to show up every day in a different way or in a new and a fresh way. So do something, even if it's just a little bit, even if you're exhausted and you're tired, click that live button anyway. Put something in your stories anyway. Check in on that one customer. Check in on that one teammate. Do something, okay? Even if it's just a little bit to help you keep your business in autopilot. I hope this is helpful. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you missed it, because I see a lot of you hopping on, if you missed it, go back and watch the replay because I promise you I dropped some really cool stuff. And if it was helpful for you, then drop a heart below. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.